Okay, hello guys, and welcome again to another tutorial on your C Sharp in Unity 3D. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning about string slicing and um, adding strings and just messing around with strings. So I'm going to create a new C Sharp script, call it I don't know, a tutorial 123. Let's just call it that. Remember, don't actually put spaces in your name for the scripts. So I'm gonna open it up with MonoDevelop, the default editor now for Unity 3D. So, or the script editor. So, still opening it up, and there we go. So, just gonna remove everything that's there because I just like to start fresh, from the beginning. So, let's create a private void start. So you probably know from the previous tutorial this is a function, and yeah, basically that's it for that. And let's create a string. So string, in fact, let's just create it up there and make it public string, so we can add it in Unity as well. So let's call this test equals to, and this is this is a test. So we created a string which basically holds anything, text, numbers, signs, I don't know. Yeah, so currently it's got this is a test inside it. So what we're going to do is we're going to first print test, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do some we're going to make the test equal to, and let's see if I can spell this right, or wait, test, can find this dot, okay, there we go, and that's the thing I was looking for. And put something there like I, so just put something there. Now we're going to then print the test, and you'll see what happens. Basically, I'll tell you actually what happens first. Basically what it does is, first of all, it's going to print this test. So after this, what it's going to do is it's going to make the test equal to, it's going to search for the letter I in test. So it goes to, there's I there, so just puts an I there. And in fact, let's just do A because there's only one A there, so we'll come back to I later on. So index of A, search for A is there, so it counts like from here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we should get 8. I can't remember if it starts with a 0 or 1, so it's either 8 or 7. It should print. So let's just close this and run it in Unity. Oops, sorry. Double click this. That is a usual bug to see. So if this actually ever happens to you, it says cannot convert into string. All you do is type in dot. Wait, let me zoom into. Okay, dot to string, and then open bracket, close bracket, and it should fix it. So that will just convert any integer, float to string. So as you can see, it does start with 0, so 8. So first it prints this is a test, then 8. So what next? Now let's open it. Okay, now as you can see that, but if we type in I here, you'll see what happens. I actually want you to see what happens instead of me just telling you. You're like, oh, okay, it says 2, so you go there and you're like, okay, 1 2, and there's 1 there, then 3, that 4 5, there's another one there. How come it didn't print that one? Well, what it does, it only looks for the first one, and when it finds it, that's it. Then it just like, that's all it does. But there is some other tools you can use. for example, if you want for every single one, what you can do is you can make a for loop for each. You can say for each car, which basically means character, C in test. So for each character in the string called test, I want you to check if um, C, the character, equals to or equals to let's see, I. Then print, oops, forgot the 0. This is found 1. So let's see. What this does is it's going to loop through this and go through each of these characters. Remember, space is a character as well. So it's going to loop through all these. First, it's going to make the C equal to T. So and then it's going to run this. C equals to I. No, it doesn't. So just gonna go to the next one. H. So H equals to I. No. I. I equals to I. Yes. So print that. Then the next one. S. S equals to I. No. Then space. Space equals to I. Then no. I. I equals to I. Yes. Then print that. Then it's gonna do the same thing, unless it just reaches the end, in which case it's just going to print this. In fact, we're just going to remove this, so it's just going to end the script. So let's play this time. So this is from the previous ones. So test, found one. So as you can see, it printed it twice. So this is a really cool way of getting to or seeing how many same character do you have in one string. I don't know why, maybe for some reason you want to do that. Now let's get to some more cool stuff. So print test dot substring, and it will make it 0 to 3. Okay, now substring, basically there are two words for it. You can either call it string slicing or substring. What basically this does is if for the first one, it looks at the first integer we typed in, so 0, then it goes to that, so it's here. Then it says 3 forward, so 1 2 3. So what it's going to do is going to only print out this, because that is only equal to that, not the whole thing, because we told it from first letter and 3 forward, so 1 2 3. So again, if you have any questions about this, just leave it in the comments below. I will try to get to you. So if you make that 1, so it's going to be starting from here this time, 1 2 3. It's only going to print his. So let's check it out if this actually works, and play. And as you can see, it actually did work. So this is another cool way. So what we can do is we can combine them. And for example, if you're getting a lot of data from your database, then you're always going to slow down your server. So a quick and easy way is to jumble up all this data and make it into one big thing. So for example, you can have your username like this, then put a semicolon, and then a password here, and then I don't know, like a nickname, and then we can print all of these separately by because it can tell where the semicolon is. So for example, if we do for no for each, and we're not going to create for each this time, so int let's make x equals to 0 and x is smaller than test dot length, and x plus plus, or save that. Now this is basically loops through test. It's the same as for each, but this time you get a number. So it has got a number, so it just numbers it. Numbering system, kind of like good if you're using this. So if test, and if if any of them has got a semicolon in it, whenever it finds a semicolon, what it's going to do is going to um, print the let's see. In fact, we're going to be needing another variable here. So let's create another one. Call it wait. Let's call it int semi check. That's semicolon check. So equal to 0. So copy that and semi check equals to x. So no, in fact this should be below that. There we go. Now let me just type it out and I will actually explain that or try to explain that. So substring and semi check comma x. Okay, hopefully this will work. Let's just see if this works or not, or what happens. Okay. Oops. You need a 0. The reason why you need a 0 is because it thinks this is a string value. So if we do this, then it doesn't recognize it. We can do this, I think. I'm not too sure. Some languages work like this, but others don't. Yeah, it does work like this. So you can do this to tell it it's a character, it's not a string. Or you can basically do this and put a 0 there so it knows it's only that we're looking at. So play. And wait, did I even print anything? Okay, yeah. Oops, sorry. As you can see, I forgot to change it. And there we go. Okay, there is a error. It did print out the first one, and you're probably wondering, or maybe I'm wondering, what's the error? But I actually figured it out right now. So let me just do this. It's supposed to be take away the semi check. Oh, okay, there we go. As you can see, it actually did it this time. It did it right. So, and okay. Anyways, so what it does is it goes, first of all, it makes the semi check equal to 0, so it knows we're starting from 0. So then it says, whenever you find a semicolon in this, then tell me where you find that semicolon. So it says since the semi check is 0, so it's from 0 and then wherever you find the semicolon, so all of that, and then it just prints that and then makes the semi check there. So there. Okay, so yeah, that's it basically. That's all there is. So what I did is I just added +1, so instead of there, the semi check is there. And semi check basically is a semicolon check. I just created a variable. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you should try and watch my other tutorials. They probably explain it a bit better. Okay, to print Nick out as well, what I need to do is I put a semicolon after it at the end. Okay, play it and it should work. Okay, okay, yeah, great. It didn't actually. Oh, okay, never mind. I hate this thing that Unity is doing right now. Well, it's kind of good feature as well, but as you can see, it did work now, so I'm happy. It does work. So, um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So instead of creating like 10,000 strings, you can just create one string and put all of your data there, optimize your game, your download data, and all of this cool stuff, you know. What else? You can also add strings. To add strings, it's just basically simple. You create one string plus, there you go, one string, another string, add it, there you go, that, add that, there you go. It actually did work. So Okay, now let's remove this. Before I actually end this video, I want to tell you one last thing. So let's make it public. String email equals to someone at googlemail.com. Sorry. So this is probably someone's email address. I don't know if it is actually an email address or not. But what if we want to make sure that the person types the at and the dot? So what we can do again is we can do if the email dot index of. So and we want to type at. So if it at is equals to -1. If it equals to -1, that means that it can't find at in the whole string. There's no at there. So we can do print type a proper email address, and then we can do is if the at's not there, or oops, sorry, or the dot is not there. So what we can do email dot index of again and put in a dot this time. So and is not equal to obviously -1. So let's try this. Clear, run, and as you can see, type a proper email address. If I oh wait, that was not supposed to happen. Let's see what the bug is. So the dot there and the at's there. Okay, sorry. That's supposed to be equals to, not is not equal to. Sorry, that was kind of my fault. Okay, there we go. It doesn't do anything, but if I remove this, the at sign, type a proper email address, I remove the dot, and then type a proper email address, and type in random words, type a proper email address. There you go. So this is a really cool little tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and give me your feedback in the comments, and also leave some questions obviously. So see you later.